We all know what we need to do to stop procrastinating. I need to stop looking at my phone. I need to stop playing video games. I need to stop going on social media. Knowing what to do is the easy part. The more difficult part is how to do it. How do I stop looking at my phone? How do I stop doing all of those things that are resulting in me pushing back my work and not being productive? Procrastination is really a split-second decision made between two voices in your head, the rational voice and the temptation voice. The rational is the one that understands the need to do the actual work. Everything is logical in this voice, and it is clear that by doing the work, you will get closer to the goal you're aiming for. The temptation voice, on the other hand, is the one that looks for immediate gratification. In this one, it's not about what you need to do, but all about what you want to do. I want to play video games, I want to eat ice cream, I want to go on social media, even if it's just for 2 minutes. It's not gonna hurt me. I'll just go right back to what I was doing. We've all been there. It's never just for 2 minutes. In this video, you will learn how to strengthen your mental muscle to overpower those temptations so you can be productive when you need to. The first step is to clarify to yourself what is important to you. This is all your rational voice in this step. What do you want to achieve and why? Having clarity about what matters provides clarity about what does not. Once the line is clear between what matters and what does not, you can gather your effort and intentions on the right things. Very simple and quick step. Just open up a Google document or grab a pen and paper and start writing. Write 3 goals that you want to achieve, and for each goal, write all the things that you are willing to sacrifice to reach those goals. Your sacrifices should include all the temptations that usually distract you. Once you've written all your goals, I suggest you choose to focus on one to start with. It is very important to not overwhelm yourself, and you can always add on more goals on the way. Now that your goals and temptations are clearly segregated, we're ready for the second step. Step number 2 is to build a routine and a place to do your work. This step is where we learn to control our temptation voice. Your temptations are what cause distractions during your working time. Whether it is the internet, your phone, TV, or food, we all have our own personal kryptonite. Those distractions can easily become an addiction. Next time you're waiting in line for something, try to see if you're immediately reaching for your phone or if you feel the need to listen to music. If you can't stay still without stimulating your brain, it probably means that your brain has already gotten addicted to those on-demand distractions. And that is exactly why this step is so important. We need to rewire the brain to get rid of these addictions. Instead of consciously fighting those temptations with brute force every time, it is much easier to build a routine that will ease your mental muscle and get it used to long stretches of focused concentration, kind of like a rehab. To do so, you first need to choose a place where you will do your work. This place needs to be different from where you relax or have fun. The idea is to have a clear environment where you only do focused work so that your brain goes into work mode when you enter that place. Once you've chosen the place, make sure to set it up so you can be comfortable for long hours. Again, the goal is to be able to focus for long stretches without breaks. Last touch-up for your routine is to think of a trigger that you can use to kickstart every session. Somewhat like a ritual. A trigger can be just a small action or something you say. For example, my trigger for any writing work session is to set a timer with my Google Home. As soon as I set it up, I need to finish the work I set myself to do in that hour. My other trigger for working out is putting on my Fitbit. It's like a little switch you create for your brain to turn on your work mode. As you keep using that trigger and following through, it becomes second nature. Now, how do we make sure that we actually get to use this work environment consistently? You need to set small goals for each session and track them. This is the final step where you plan each session. It doesn't have to be detailed, and you don't necessarily have to write it out either. But you need to know what you want to accomplish before you start each session. Always. The important thing is to have a clear end goal for each session so that you know where the finish line is and that the time you allocated is enough to reach it. Here are some examples. Again, they don't have to be detailed. They just need to be clear enough so that you can make actual progress every session. You also need to track the time you spend on each session. Use an app to track your progress or just write down the amount of time you spent on each of your small goals. This will help you in two ways. First, it will help you refine your routine by adjusting the time you allocate for each session, since you will get a better idea of how much time it takes you to reach your milestones. Second, it rewards you for those small achievements. By looking at the progress you've made, your brain will release dopamine because you've attached a positive meaning to this progress. You are working towards your goals, finally, and they are important to you. And any milestone is an achievement for you, and your brain will reward you for this. These achievements will be your building blocks for your new productivity habit. Hopefully these little tips will help you procrastinate less and actually start some of the goals you've been pushing away for the past years. That's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.